are frustrated after a spike in burglaries.
In some of those cases, the thieves were caught on security video, though. John Fanillo is live in Westchester tonight. He's got the latest on that. John?
Kareen, Rick, good evening to you. Many residents here say
break-ins
are happening almost daily and with increasing brutality. Now, a lot of the folks we spoke with did not want to speak on camera out of fear of retaliation. But those that did say something has to change.
Just for you guys who don't know, this area is in Los Angeles. This is the upscale little area of Westchester. It's nice. It's not like super elite, but it ain't poor. Nice community.
At another house, a crook goes right for the security camera and pulls it down.
The burglaries have turned really scary.
Deborah Houston has been sounding the alarm for months about what she says is a spike in break-ins and increasingly violent confrontations with intruders.
And see, this is what happens when you defund the police and all that stupid stuff.
The owners of the home, after smashing their way into the house. In another case, a mother was home with her
doing
two young
no
daughters,
bail on $1,000 or less crimes. This is what you get.
Into the house. In the third incident, a man and maybe his family were home. I don't know. He was home. The burglars entered and he fired off shots with his weapon and scared the burglars away.
Good for him.
Confirms those recent incidents, but would not say if there has been a dramatic increase in burglaries. Last January, police held a community meeting after 75 home break-ins were reported in the neighborhood from October to December. Late last week, Interim Police Chief Dominic Choi reported residential burglaries are up citywide 4.5% from last year. But a growing number of residents insist it's much worse in Westchester.
They're becoming more and more brazen.
It's happening daily. It's almost like daily. Sometimes twice a day.
People here are taking up gun lessons and learning to fire and buying guns.
The police told me that even if they were to catch the burglars, they would be released the same night.
See, that's crazy.
Says his grandmother and his next-door neighbor were both recently burglarized. He echoes other residents' concerns that the system needs to change.
As somebody that voted for politicians that have passed these laws, is extremely concerning and something that we as an entire community have to change going forward.
Crazy, man.
And all the residents here we spoke with say they want to see more police patrols in the area, and they are demanding answers from city officials about what's being done to curb the crime.
Know your local government.
In Westchester, I'm John Fanillo, KTLA 5 News.
What it do, YouTube? Your boy Eyes and Ears Tactical. Back over here with a video. Y'all seen the intro. It's about to get wild this summer, man. I mean, we got a whole new level of crime popping off. And yeah, man, it's about to get rough, man. I got a couple of videos running in the background. So y'all see I got a couple of videos going. That's Armed and Dangerous. Go by his channel. Shoot him out. Subscribe. But yeah, man, let me get over here real quick. Man, I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy. It's real crazy going on out there. And it's only gonna get worse. So suggest everybody get armed. You saw the intro on that video, YouTube in a safe control environment. Free use on that clip from KTLA. You know, you see I got my Glock 19. You know what I'm saying? Got that with the Tier 1 concealed holster and the alias beltless receiver. So, man, yeah, you know, I don't know when this video gonna drop, but basically, man, it's going down, man. And so you saw that. That's in Westchester, California, and that's a really nice little community, upper middle class, and you know, clearly that's why they're targeting it. I mean, you know, like I said, these criminals ain't gonna go to no bad neighborhood. I mean, it's not much to steal anyway, but they all know everybody there anyway. And like I was saying, they can identify you faster. But you saw what the lady was saying, like the guy was saying. So see, the problem is when you start saying defund the police, and I know people, you know, the cops, they ain't a lot of You know, there's a few bad cops, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm sure that's part of the reason why the perception of most people are like, you know, oh man, I don't like cops and stuff. And rightfully so, because there's a lot of dirty cops that have done some dirty shit over the years. And it's kind of tarnished the image of the police, what they say on the side of their vehicles to serve and protect. Most people think they pretty much are interrogating and harassing. So that's where all that defund come to, and plus the George Floyd thing and all that, you know. But clearly, defunding the police ain't the way to go. And so now you got less patrol, and then the no bail, the arrest and release because $1,000 or less. You saw what the guy said. He said, "Hey, even if we catch the guy, we gonna have to let him go in 24 hours." So man, it's all messed up, man, and it's just telling you that you're gonna have to protect yourself and your own property, and then worry about the police afterwards, and you know all the litigation and everything that goes on afterwards. But meanwhile, you're gonna have to probably handle this yourself. And you saw the guy snatching the camera. Snatching the camera off the wall, all that kind of jazz, and they're just brazen, man. Me personally, I ain't no criminal, but that would probably be the most terrifying thing you can do as a criminal is to bust in somebody's house. You don't know what they got, what's going on, and you just gonna kick in their door and go in there and try to rob them. That just seems real, just crazy to me, man. Like stealing a car parked and stuff, I can see that, but busting in somebody's house, man, at all kind of hours, man, you might get met with one of these. You never know what you get met with. And then you saw the lady was saying that now they all taking guns. Well, she said it in a funny way. She said, "We're learning how to fire." You know, they learned how to fire, I guess, out there in Westchester. Watch out, you know. But no, but hey, man, God bless them though. At least they realized they got to get armed, because I'm quite sure before all that stuff happened, none of those people were probably cared about guns. You know what I'm saying? And that's what unfortunately is stimulating the gun economy, is because now the criminals are starting to go into upscale communities, well-to-do communities, and assaulting these people and robbing them. And those are the people that was probably, I bet you Westchester, if you check out their little voting history, you saw the young fella say, "Hey man, I can't believe we voted in these people who are allowing these catch and release bail things." And see, and that's why you have to know your local city council and what their background is. And they still can lie when they get in and change their whole agenda. I mean you only can do so much, but it'd be nice to know that how they felt about things before they came running for office in your community. And I think that kid is what he was indicating on, is that, man, when I voted, I don't remember saying let criminals get caught and released in 24 hours. I don't remember that part of the game. And so, but when you start throwing money out for all these programs and state budgets and stuff like these, people start changing their stripes. So that's very important right there, man. And I found that pretty interesting that now all of a sudden in California, y'all may not know this, but it's with all this crime going on and what's going on in the Bay Area, Oakland, and San Francisco, and all the depletion of the downtown area and all the companies moving out and stuff like that. I think our state, you know, like I said, we still got Gavin Newsom in Sacramento, and so it's going to be tough. But I believe our state will probably be one of the next big states, or the biggest state for the most part, that will go to constitutional carry. I think it's going to come out of nowhere. Is what I'm saying. It's being down here in the Ninth District Court circuit with Judge Benitez, and you know he's always fighting because he thinks the whole thing is unconstitutional. He's not fighting for mag capacity. He's not fighting to get rid of the California gun roster. He's not fighting for short barrel rifles. He's fighting for 2A. He's fighting for the whole Second Amendment. He don't believe none of that stuff should be going down. So he's fighting for constitutional carry. It's your God-given right. It's in the Second Amendment. And I like the way his angle is, because if you just start fighting for one little thing, they can just dismiss that one little thing, and then you have to go back to the drawing board. So he's fighting for the whole thing to be just a sponge and just be straight constitutional carry state, 18 years and over, pass a federal background check, don't have a criminal record, and don't have a felony, domestic violence, drug trafficking. You should be able to own a gun. Bottom line. So I would suggest, man, across the country, school's about to get out. Some areas, you know, people be traveling, doing vacation. A couple things that I wouldn't do is, if you're going to be going on vacation, don't be putting Facebook posts like, "Ooh, traveling to New York City," or whatever, or going to vacation in Cabo. I think I would stay away from that, because I know these hackers, they're using all the algorithm, they're using all your information, and you don't think there's somebody out there that's actually sitting back on Facebook, criminal enterprise, looking at people like saying they're going to check in here at this hotel, flying here. You don't think they can pin and find out what your address is, all that kind of stuff, or even hack into your Lyft account, knowing that you're about to take a Lyft and go somewhere. So just be careful using all these apps and all that stuff, man, because and doing these Facebook post drops like where you're going, where you're at, out eating dinner. Just go back to when I grew up in the '80s when you didn't have none of this and you just went out to go eat at the Sizzler. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all young audience even know what a Sizzler is, but Sizzler was a little restaurant, man. They had like a little buffet style salad bar with wings and all that kind of stuff and salad and all that kind of desserts and everything. But you ordered the hot food over here. You go on that one line, order your hot food, and then they call your number. You go pick up your hot food and bring it to your table. But if you added the buffet, it was an all-you-can-eat salad bar. So Sizzler used to be the spot back in the day, man. But like, yeah, you go out to eat. Back in the day, you didn't put in punching in at Sizzler. You didn't punching in at Ruth Chris or whatever it may be. You just went and ate your dinner and did your thing. Now everybody got to tell everybody where they at, and I think that's how a lot of people become targets when they go out to these downtown areas. They already know you down there anyway, so I would definitely restrain from doing that if you're going to go on vacation and leave your house open and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's to a point now, if you do go on vacation, even if you got home surveillance, that shit ain't going to stop nobody. So I would just go ahead and have someone sit in your house for you, and if they not armed, maybe get a person that's armed to stay in your house, because it'll be kind of useless to have someone stay in your house when you're on vacation and they're not armed and they end up becoming a victim of a home invasion and they couldn't protect themselves with a firearm. So that's a couple tips I would do. And then if you got young kids and stuff like that traveling, going to be out this summer, just make sure they all paying attention to what's going on. If you're going to be traveling across the country, it'll be nice to do check-ins, not on fucking Facebook. I'm talking about check-ins with people. Let them know where you're going. Let them know your itinerary. When you stop at the gas station, whatever, let them know where you're at. Maybe even take a picture of the scene around you. I know I'm sounding a little paranoid, but just take a little quick video of the gas station where you're at, a couple vehicles, and then send that to somebody you know. So if some shit pop off, at least you have a scanned area of where your last stop you was at, and just do that to all your stops to where you get to where you're going. Again, if anybody watching this, man, this dude's paranoid and all that. No, I ain't paranoid at all, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm about to go down to the pool and kick it and everything. No, I'm not paranoid at all, but just trying to be prepared and be ready and understand. And I try to I'm a coach, so I'm always looking at like, what if this happened and what if that happened? Do I have a chess piece to move, counter move that action? And that's what this is all about. And like I said, they are not afraid to go up in your house, man. So just keep that in mind, man. That to me, that's the most mind-blowing thing about the criminal element now, is how they are not afraid to go up in your home and try to take your life. I just find that absolutely amazing. And that's why you need to have a real nice size handgun. I don't care what it is. It's going to be a Glock 19. It could be a 9mm, or it could be whatever you want it to be. But you need to have a handgun and some sort of big gun, or a shotgun. It ain't got to be this shotgun, but for home defense, you should at least have these two, if not just one of them. Me personally, if I hear a bump in the night, I'm probably going to grab this, just because of the simple fact that I get a better spray pattern with the shotgun. I got 22 minis up in here, double odd buck 22 mini shells, and I think that'll be sufficient enough firepower versus trying to use this pointing at the bad guys coming through my door. This is one cartridge coming out, and I might miss. Whereas this, I get a nice spray. I'm probably gonna take two out at once. And you heard what the guy said in the video. He said, "Hey man, they busted in his house," and then he fired shots off in the air and they ran. So if you got something like this with you, they're not made of Teflon. These dudes ain't made of steel. They're human. They bleed. So they know if they get hit with one of these suckers right here, or one of this, they know they're not coming back, or it's a strong chance they may not make it back. So that guy did the right thing, firing off those rounds, because it made them leave. They will leave, and that's why these are important to have in your home, man. Like, so don't trip off you ain't gonna call the police. That ain't gonna work. They're not gonna show up. They'll be there way after. So just keep that in mind. Another thing is, if you're shout out to Guns and Journey, female gun tuber, man, go to her channel, Guns and Journey. Yeah, Guns and Journey. Go check her out, man. She's a female. I want to give too much information out, but she already gave it out anyway. She's in the Bay Area, and she's armed, and she does security, and she got a kid, and she keeps everything straight. And so if any females watching this, man, go to Guns and Journey, or any of you guys, go to Guns and Journey and show some support. But she talks about being a single mom, taking care of her kid, and how she taught her kid how to shoot. She has a 22 rifle, MMP, I think, and she teaches her kid how to shoot because she wants her to be able to be a second line of defense in case something happens to her. And I think that's pretty smart, man. That's why I got to give Guns and Journey props for single mom teaching her little teenage kid how to fire a gun and gun safety. So letting her know that something like that can happen to us, So I think that's a realistic standpoint as a parent to let your kids know that, hey, man, we could be a victim of a home invasion, or we could be targeted for a home invasion. So let's put a contingency plan together to thwart that threat. It's not paranoia, man. It's preparedness. And so it's something we just have to think about, man. But, I guarantee you, though, if you see one of these downrange, yeah, they're gonna run, man. These guys are not tough guys, man. They're a lot of them are cowards, man. So as long as you have some firepower, you have a great chance of backing them up and living another day. You don't have anything, it's gonna be tough sledding, man. So make sure y'all got y'all home defense all set up and ready to go. Test your weapons out. Make sure they functioning correctly. Just saw a video by Practical Civilian. He's talking about, on another note, man, I shot this the other day. Shouldn't be shooting because I ain't got no ammo, but I shot the 34, man. Let me tell you, if you're looking for a long slide, 9mm, quote unquote, this is a competition pistol, so to speak, but it don't have to be for competition. But if you just want an accurate ass fucking 9mm, it wasn't even fair to even put the target up. It was just everything where I pointed is where the bullet went. Sweet shooting firearm right there. But yeah, man, that's what I got for you, man. Be safe, man. Be diligent, and get armed up and carry your weapon every day when you own you. Glock 19. I keep mine. Get you some jacketed hollow points and get to the range and practice. Get familiar with everything. So if you ever have to deploy, you'll be ready to go. But man, watch our houses, man. Be serious. Like be diligent, man. Looking on the street, different weird cars parked and stuff like that. And here another one is these delivery guys, Amazon, all those kind of cats, man. You ain't got to open your door when they knock on your door. So they shouldn't be knocking on your door anyway. They might just do a tap and then drop the package. I've seen that before. But as far as you open the door to get a package, you don't need to do all that. So hey, man, everybody stay blessed, stay ready. It's your boy Eisner Tactical. Peace.